Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel. Um, Here's another reading vlog for this month, and I didn't update yesterday, but I did do some reading. So I'm trying to do some audiobooks right now, just because I haven't really mentioned this on my channel, but there was this fire at my house, and so we're in a new house, which you probably noticed in my videos, if that I'm in a different area filming these days. But I lost a lot of my books in said fire, and even the ones I was able to save are kind of. I'm just gonna probably have to re-get all of them eventually. Um, there are some that I think I will be able to keep, and some I'm going to keep even if yeah, I think that's all I can keep. But anyways, so this way I can still get a lot of reading done because I won't be able to replace my books for some time probably. So this way I can at least uh, keep my book or keep reading, so I can keep reading, um, and get like a lot of reading done, even though and I won't have to go back and forth from the library constantly because I do read a lot at times. So it just makes things easier. I'm going to try it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. It's definitely a new form of reading. It's going to take some time getting used to. I did start an audiobook yesterday. I'm using Libby, and I got an audiobook yesterday. Um, and that is the first book in Warriors, because I may or may not have mentioned this on the channel. If I did, it's been a while ago. But when I was 17, I did start reading the Warrior books. It's from the same author of one of my all-time favorite series, Seekers, which I know you guys know me talking about that series because I'm just slightly obsessed. But when I was 17, I did start reading that. I lived with uh, my friend for like 6 months, and she owned all the Seeker books, so I was borrowing them from her. Seeker, did I say Seekers? I meant Warrior books, and I borrowed them from her. She borrowed my Seeker books. There's a lot more Warrior books than there are Seekers, so I wasn't able to read all of them while living there. I only read 13, and then I moved back home, and then I ended up moving back to. I moved states back to the states I originally grew up in before I moved there. So it's not like I can borrow her books anymore because we live in two different states now. But I did buy all the Warrior books, but like I said, everything going on, and I'm going to probably have to replace. I'm going to try not to have to replace all my Warrior books. I'm going to take a closer look at them and see what is okay, because I don't want to replace all of them. There's just too many Warrior books, and I didn't even own all of them to begin with. I owned most of them, but not all of them. So yeah, but right now I'm just going to read them or listen to them. So I got the first one. I put the second one on hold because they said it could be a couple weeks wait, so it'll be like I can wait for it while I listen to this one. So yeah, but I read yesterday. I read the first six. Listen, it sounds weird saying listen because I don't usually listen to my books, but I listened to the first 6 chapters, and it was definitely getting used to, trying to figure out like what speed I like it best on, and um, just getting used to this. There's a couple times I found myself zoning out, but but for the most part, I feel like I stay focused on the story, and I am enjoying it. I mean, this is since I want to read all of Warriors, I'm going to reread the 13 books I've already read, and then get to the ones I haven't, because I only read those once, and that was when I was 17. I am almost 23, so that was a long time ago, and I hardly remember the ones I did read. I mean, there are certain things I remember that I just really enjoyed. Like, I remember some characters that I loved, some relationships, some deaths that were really sad. But for the most part, like I don't remember that much that was actually going on in these books. So I am finally so I'm going to reread, or in this case, listen to the books I've already read, and then I'm going to get to the books I haven't read. Um, I figured that was a good plan, so that is what I'm doing. So yeah, that is my plan, and I wasn't feeling well yesterday, so I couldn't find any of the books I planned for my TBR. I mean, I could find them, but most of them were like on hold, or just I couldn't find them at all on there. So because of that, I got Warriors, which is not a book for my must-have readathon, but I'm going to look at the prompts and see if this book can fit, just because. But if it can't, that's fine too. That's just an extra book for me to read. But yeah, just thought I'll update you guys and let you know how my reading is going. I'm gonna be listening to Warriors some more today because once again I'm not feeling too great, so I just don't have the mood or the strength to read a physical book right now, which means audiobooks could actually be helpful because whenever I feel like this, which happens at least once a week, I swear, I can still get some reading done without, really reading because all I have to do is listen. So maybe I'll end up liking audiobooks. It's still not going to be my favorite form of reading, that much I'm sure of, because I just love physical books, I've never been a big fan of ebooks, and I mean, I never really cared for audiobooks. I never had anything against it. You guys, people who love audiobooks, that's great. Me, I was just always afraid that I wouldn't be able to focus just because I grew up with ADD and focusing was always more of a challenge for me. And I was afraid I would zone out more if I didn't have a physical book. But then lately, there's this new podcast for the TV show Charm. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a huge fan. Um, well, you guys probably do know because I've been talking about reading the Charm books. But they three of the actors, Holly Marie Combs, who played Piper, one of the main characters, Drew Fuller, who played Chris, and Brian Krause, who played Leo, are doing a podcast where every week they watch an episode of Charm and then go over it, the episode itself, their feelings for it, 20 years later, and behind the scenes facts that we may not have known. Some of them I have known, some of them I did not know. They also bring in guest stars, whether it's a guest star that was on several episodes, or if it was just a guest star that was just on that one episode, or was just a recurring character. Um, so yeah, so it's been fun, and I never really listened to podcasts much either. But since it's something I enjoy, I seem to be able to focus mostly. I mean, there's still a few times where I zone out and I'm like, crap, come on, come back here. But because I'm seeming to focus, I was like, maybe as long as I'm enjoying what I'm listening to on audiobooks, then I'll be able to focus for the most part. And so far, this seems to be the case, but I have only listened to 6 chapters, so well, technically 7 if you include the prologue. Uh, so yeah, I'm on chapter 7, and I want to read at least through chapter 10 today. Depends on my mood if I want to listen to more after I'm done with chapter 10. Or maybe I'll take a break and go back to it later today. I have no idea. But all I know is that is my plan as of right now. So yeah, this was a longer update than I meant, but I got off topic a little. So yeah, that is my plan. I'm going to listen to Warriors, see if it matches, because as I'm reading it, it might end up matching one of my prompts, who knows. And then, yeah, so I'll let you guys know if it does or does not, and how my other reading goes. I still need to read the Night Circus, because before I got Libby, I did go to the library and grab 3 books. As you guys know, I did a library haul. Come to the library bookshop with me, and I mentioned it in these reading blogs, so it should be obvious that I went to the library recently. And I read 2 of them off back to back. They're both middle grade, and they're both pretty easy reads. This one's a reread, so that was a really easy read. And I'm obsessed with this. As you know, it's one of my all-time favorite series. It's the only other series that I would say I know and have read as much as Seekers and Harry Potter. Anyone who knows me knows that those are my 2 favorite series. So this is number 3. on that list. And this because I've read the first book and I finally wanted to read the sequel. So yeah. I also have The Dawn of Yang Chen, which is by this author, but a different avatar than Kyoshi, on hold for ebook, I think, because I don't think it was on audiobook. Or it might be audiobook. I don't remember. But yeah. And the Night Circus is not due till the 27th, so I still have time, so I can, focus on feeling better before I get into another physical book at the moment. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm back for an update. It is 11:18 p.m. Still the same day, the 19th. I don't know if I said that in my last update, but that was like this morning-ish. Um, and I mentioned the whole audiobook situation, and I did end up listening to a lot of my audiobook Warriors. I was 56% through, I think, last night. Or was I? No, I don't think I was that far. No, I wasn't. I think it was only 29% far. I have no idea how. I don't remember. But I'm now 72, no, 73% through. I listened to a lot. I'm now on chapter 18. I did think about listening to more, but that didn't happen, and I know I'm not gonna be listening to any more tonight. And tomorrow, I really do want to start Night Circus because I want to finish that, and I still need to check through my prompts and see if there's one that can finish this, especially since I'm now over halfway. There's a good chance to see if this works for any of the prompts, because it might. And then yeah, so but I do need to read Night Circus. I mean, I do stop planning time for that. I need to go back to the library, but I still want to read it, and then I can focus on my other books that I don't need to return to the library. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. I do hope to get some reading done tomorrow, but maybe not that much. I do want, like I said, I do want to at least start the Night Circus and maybe listen to some of Warriors, depending on my mood. Um, but I do want to get a lot of writing done because I meant to write today, but that did not happen, and I do need to get some writing done. So I may not read that much, but I do want to at least get a start on the Night Circus, and depending on my mood, maybe listen to some Warriors while I'm doing stuff. So we shall see, and I'll let you guys know how that goes tomorrow. So hello, I got some more reading done. I still need to check through my prompts for this book, which I'll do soon. But last night I ended up 73% done with Warriors, and now I'm 85. I've been listening to it a little bit, and I took a little break, but I'm going to listen to it a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to finish it at the moment, but considering I'm at 85, I'm almost done, so I kind of want to finish it. So yeah, and I got the fourth Percy Jackson book at the library, so I can finally finish reading that because, as I explained, I think in one of my past vlogs this month, I can't find my Percy Jackson book. I know it's there somewhere, but with everything that happened, all my books are kind of everywhere, and I just couldn't find it. So I plan on reading that soon. I still need to read the Night Circus, but now that I have the fourth Percy Jackson book, that's kind of become priority because I really love Percy Jackson from what I've read so far, and I really want to finish it. But with everything that happened, that kind of put a stump on my reading, and yeah, so I really want to read this book because I'm really enjoying it. I want to find out what happens. So that is what I'm going to do. But I really do need to read the Night Circus. It's just I'm not as excited about that one as some of my other books, even my rereads. I mean, on Goodreads, I had it on my, like, I created a shelf for my maybe books, for books I might read one day if I'm bored or not in the mood to read any of my want to read books. I might give it a try, but those are books that I'm not even sure I want to read, not even sure if I'll like, and knowing me, I don't actually, do that very often. Read a book I'm not like 99% sure I'll enjoy. So yeah, I only ended up getting that because it was the only book that I found that at least interested me a tiny bit, uh, for the historical setting. So yeah, I'm giving it a try. But I really do need to read it soon. But there's other books that I'm more excited for, so it keeps getting pushed back. Luckily, I still have like another week before it has to go back. So I still have time. I'll get to it eventually this week. So stay tuned to see how that goes. I do hope I do end up liking it, but I am nervous about that one, so that's also having me push it back. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Warriors and I'll let you guys know how that goes when I finish, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hi, I just wanted to come in and say I finished the book. I returned it and I loved it. I mean, and it kind of, on that cliffhanger. I did read the series once, like I explained, but it's been so long. I mean, there's certain things I remember, and it's mostly remembering I liking this character, liking this ship, liking this friendship, or a huge moment like a character's death or a huge villain or whatever, little stuff like that. Details, scenes, I don't remember because I didn't had read this since I was 17. But I'm excited for book two. But I already put it on hold when I shortly after I started the first book because it said it'll be like a couple weeks wait. So I just have to wait till it's ready, I guess. So I don't know if I'm gonna read Night Circus or Percy Jackson. Probably Percy Jackson, just because I'm more excited for Percy Jackson, honestly. I really need to read Night Circus, but it's Percy Jackson. So, I still have like a week, so I'll probably end up procrastinating until the week's almost over, honestly. But hopefully I'll get to it. Or, I mean, I could just like not do that one prompt if I just don't find myself in the mood to read that book. I just will skip a prompt and I still will have read most of the prompts if I finish everything else. But I did find um, decide to replace one of the reads, which is a reread for effigies for the first warrior book. Um, the one with a character with a tragic past is not the main character because the main character had a pretty cozy life until he joined ThunderClan, but it didn't say it had to be the main character. So and I feel like there are and I feel like the only character that's like has a big enough role that has a tragic past would be Yellowfang. So I went with her for that character with the tragic past because she has a tragic past. So yeah. But so yeah, that means I finished another prompt. Yay! Um, I need to cross it off. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, so that means I crossed off the character for with a tragic past, and I'm one step closer to finishing most of the prompts. I'm gonna still see about finishing doing the historical prompt, but honestly, I may not end up being in the mood to read this book, so I might, I don't know, not end up reading that prompt, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I still would have read most of the prompts, and I just got my reading mojo back. Like, thanks to this readathon, this is the second time in a row this happened. I was in a slump, and then this readathon brought me out of the slump because I love Monster High, and the thought of reading these books based on Monster High characters, I love that idea. So it's been helping me get out of my slumps apparently. So I know that whenever I'm in a slump, this readathon will help. But this prompt was hard to find a book for anyways, and I don't want to get back into a slump by forcing myself to read a book I'm either not into or just not in the mood for. Like I said, like I explained, I think in my last update, Night Circus is just not. I mean, it intrigues me a little by the concept, but it's not one of the books I'm so excited for, and I don't want to force myself to read it and force myself into another slump when I just got out of the small slump I had gone into because of everything that happened in my life and not reading, and I just lost the mood to read until this readathon. And I'm afraid Night Circus might bring me back into a slump, so I honestly don't know if I'll end up getting to it. But I'll let you know how that goes. So Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, which is book 4, is what I'm going to be reading next. Um, so stay tuned as I read that. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hello. So it is 10:18 p.m. on the 23rd. Um, so I haven't really been reading the last couple of days. I have not been feeling well, so no reading. But I did read today. I read like 4 chapters. I'm now I almost forgot to say what book. Okay, Battle of the Labyrinth is book 4 in Percy Jackson, and yeah, so this one is for I don't remember. I have Percy Jackson down as 2 of the prompts, but that's because I wanted to read books 4 and 5 this month. I mean, I think they both will work for both prompts. So if I only read book 4 this month, that'll be fine. But I hope this vlog will be going up tomorrow sometime, probably more in the afternoon. But I do hope to finish this book before I upload this vlog, so I can have one more book done and all that. I wanted to get a little bit more done tonight. I didn't think I'd get any reading done tonight actually, but I do want to get a little bit more reading done tonight. Feeling a bit better, so I was able to read some. And since I was reading, I got really into this book again since I finally picked it up again. Um, and now I kind of don't want to stop. At the same time, I'm feeling like crap, so now I don't want to read, even though I want to find out what happens. So I'm hoping to finish the book tomorrow, and then hopefully before it gets too late, so I can upload this vlog tomorrow too, and I have the book done by before the vlog is up. So that's my plan. No promises, cause I have no idea how I felt tomorrow, since I haven't been feeling well the last few days. But I'm hoping I'll feel decent enough to finish this book, even if it's in spurts throughout the day. So we shall see how that goes, and I'll let you guys know. Hello, I'm here with the last update for this vlog. So I just finished the fourth Percy Jackson book, like I said I wanted to, and I loved it. I loved it so much. The ending, I was like, oh my gosh, but I finally finished it, and do plan to start the fifth book soon. I'm going to, I do want to have that done this month too, depending on how my reading mood continues this month. But I do want to finish my library books first. I mean, I might get that at the library. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but so I do plan to read it soon. I'm excited to read the final book in the original Percy Jackson series and see how it ends. Uh, so this will be exciting. I crossed off two prompts. Um, the lawful good character, because Percy Jackson is a lawful good character, and then the chosen one MC. Um, so I have crossed off every prompt for Nathan Ross and Skeleta Calaveras. So I think I just have like one more prompt for the other three, Rochelle, Venus, or Rebecca, or maybe one of them has two more prompts. I'm not sure. I have to check because I don't know how many prompts I have left to do. Um, let's see. So for Rochelle, I still need the a book taking place abroad, not in the U.S., and I chose on birthday. Then okay, for Rebecca, I have two prompts I need to do. A book. No, I already did that one. Historical setting, the Night Circus, which I'm still trying to get in the mood to read, which I need to read it like really soon. Um, it's Goal to Empowering Feminist Read, which is I chose Reflection, and then for Venus I only have one, which is A Story Calling for Social Change, which I also chose Reflection for. So I definitely want to read Reflection because that'll cost two prompts, and I want to read on birthday because I've been wanting to read that Reflection for a while anyways. And the Night Circus, I mean, if I can just get myself revved up to read it, then I will finish all the prompts if I can finish the other books, that is. I don't know. So I'll let you know how that goes in next week's vlog. So stay tuned and please like, subscribe, and comment how your reading week went, and I'll talk to you guys soon.